Oh, good morning. It's 7 o'clock in the morning. Here in Kolonia at the old Polish farm, it's still dark out. Yeah, we got up just 'cause we have work to do, and we'll get to doing it here. It'll be light before you know it, so. Coffee, we're still working on the Luz Eddie Gomez coffee from roasted by Amor Perfecto. All the beans come from the finca in Tolima. I really like the kind of the specialty coffees where they get all the coffee from one coffee plantation. I mean, they've got maybe 10,000 coffee plants, which is not a lot. I want to say, I think they only have 2 hectares in coffee. Well, I'm not sure. Yeah, it's good. We're going to swing out by the biogas plant today. We're getting it geared up for the winter, really. We're going to have to produce a lot more energy. One thing I wanted to check was the price of potatoes. Last night, I think they were paying $4.04 per 1,000 liters in Osada. I think the price was dropping. We should have took our potatoes over to the railroad transfer silo so it would have been ready to go. Let me check here. Oh my God, it's 407. So the seasonal high is like 383. So we really should take all the potatoes that we have and do that before it drops more. Whoa. Of course, it could be going up, right? It went up another €3 overnight from what I thought it was. So who knows? Worse things could happen. I'm going to turn off the porch light. The others, maybe I'll leave on for a little while longer. I can turn them off. It'd be all right. They don't provide that much light. I'm not coming over there anyway. It's just really to deter the hooligans. Morning, ladies. I think we're going to need to mix up feed. I used what was in the mixer yesterday. Let's check on the cows here. 2655 is not a lot of milk. That's basically one. I can fit 1,600 in my tank. So, yeah. Maybe if I combined it with what I had at the other farm, I might have a second one, but we'll just do one quickly here this morning. And then what we'll do is we'll haul the potatoes up, get it loaded on the train, and sent off to Osada. I don't think it could get better than that. I don't. I think if we keep holding it, we're just being greedy. I think 407 is a pretty darn good price. I wonder if I can daisy chain the 2 trailers together. I might be able to. So if I just have one, we got stone picking to do. I gotta plow that field yet. I think I gotta put grass in both these fields. If I can get grass planted in November, I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with that one. I want to put vines down there. What are we doing? We got 120,000 euros roughly. That's good. We'll get some more selling potatoes. Could have made it. Should have made it. Put it in this one. And I can come over and turn this one off. Oh, it's still got... What? Oh, it's been off. Okay. They were both run out. We'll start producing more milk here soon, so it's just a timing thing, I guess. We really took it down to 0, I suppose. So I'm thinking of buying this field to my left, put grass in there as well for the winter, and then put vines in the spring. And really expand the winery operation. I mean, the dairy is about as big as it can get. I don't know if we need more land to support the dairy or not. I think we have sufficient to support the dairy and the biogas plant. I mean, I don't go for the own the map type what, victory conditions. I think we're about as big as we can get, roughly. I guess we could put in more grids. And maybe one more field over by the other farm. But I don't know. Let's see. So this trailer is, well, this is, right? Whoop. Yeah. I think I can tow that with the other one, so let's try it. So we'll need to pull that one out. I don't know which tip side it's on. I'm thinking, how do I want to come out of here? I think I want to try and do this. There we go. Crank, 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 crank. There we go. And then I want to bring this around over here. Up to that. All right, so what I want to try and do, there we go. How about that? Yeah. Oh boy. Oh, that's tough. That's too much, isn't it? What do I gotta do? Go get the Yamzi? It'd probably be the smart thing to do, wouldn't it? If I go that way, I got 2 hills. So here's what I'm gonna try and do. This is probably not the smartest thing, but I think it'll be less climbing. I'll take the farm track that parallels. I don't want to take the paved road and be struggling along that. But if I can take the farm track that parallels the main road, I just got a little rise I gotta get up here. If I can take this at speed. That could be alright. It's not slowing me down too much. One more. Because I think if I would have went out down below, I would have had to climb the hill up to like Christian's house and then the hill up to the paved road again. I think this worked better. All right, so which tip side do you think I'm on? I think I should be on. There we go. I think I'm on tip side right, but I'm not sure. Sorry. Oh boy. Oh yeah, that was bad. All right. Now what I don't want to do is overshoot the entrance, so be looking left once we get to the railroad tracks. Should have slowed for those a little more, I think. Right, in here. I'll just go straight down the middle, and then whichever tip side it's on should work. Or not. Oh, gotta be on the right trailer. I was like, why is it not working? Okay, there we go. Yeah, it was on right. Probably because that's the side I would need to have it on to do the, to put it into my storage. And then let's switch to the other trailer. And then tip that one also to the right. Perfect. All right, we call the train here, and hopefully it's coming. And I wait here, and sometimes it ends up coming from the other way, so who knows where it's going to come from. I'm gonna look down the tracks this way and expect it to come from this way. And I think that's it. Here it comes. I didn't even have to edit that at all. Okay. So, for whatever reason, we have to turn the train on. We want to get on the first car, I think. And then we'll pull forward. Slowly, ever so slowly. Let's get the car open. Actually, is that the one we want to put the potatoes in? I don't know. Let's go with the open hopper for the potatoes. There we go. Right there. $13,279. And off the train goes to Osada. I'm excited about the steam locomotive in the Highlands Fishing expansion. That'll be neat. All right, after through this crossing, and we should get kicked out and sell. That's it. All right. Potatoes. It was a small field. So we sent the train off. We got about 6,000 euros. Not really, we didn't like make a ton of money, but we made money. So we'll head back to the farm. I'll have to take the trailer back to the guy I borrowed it from a little bit later. Oh no, we got rain in the forecast. I didn't look at weather, did I? I'm wearing my Planet sweatshirt because we're doing a lot more biogas plant type work right now. Oh, so last night I did compact the chaff that was in the bunker, and we did blanket it as well. Use the bulldozer to do that. Let's see. Where am I going with this stuff? I think we should be able to get in down here. I haven't even done a time lapse yet. How long have we been going? I don't want to block those necessarily. Let's see. So drop that one off there. Back around. Let's see if we can put this one in the shed. Open the doors. This is always a pain. trying to get this one in here. Alright, careful. I'm always worried about... I think that'll be okay. Did I get it in far enough? Certainly did. And did I get it forward too far? No, it doesn't look like it. Perfect. That's fine. That's fine. Alright, what did I say I was going to do next? Hang on, let's turn this off. What I want to be able to do, I think it's in here, right? The Landini is fast. So we're going to take it over to the other farm. Since it's so quick. And we will, we're going to get Yamzi and bring it back so we can plow the field. We can also stone pick with the Ursus. What I ought to do is let's run out to the biogas plant and take a look out there real quick too. Show you what we got going on. Yeah, this thing is fast. This thing goes 42 kilometers per hour, whereas the Ursus only goes about 38. The benefit of using this to run around in is that the Ursus, I can leave the Ursus there at the main farm where we want it to probably do the stone picking, even though we're going to the other farm to get the Yamzi to bring it over to do plowing. So yeah, saves us a trip, I think, and allows us to do this at speed. All right, so just tell you what we did last night. We turned on the floodlights here so that we could see, and then we used the what is it, Rostelmash dozer to compact. We pressed it together as much as we could, and we got it compacted, and we blanketed it. And this one is empty, ready to be filled for the next iteration. So let's see, what do we got here? I ended up deciding to blanket it last night so we would get further along in fermentation, so that come December we should be able to get this running on all processes, well, other than sugar beet. So let's see, what's our fermentation? 17% overnight. So yeah, that's 17% further along than if we had not blanketed it. Sorry you missed out on the dozer. I know, I like it too. So let's check, make sure we're running. Could bring up some slurry, but we're fine on that. Just a little bit of digestate. Okay. That's good. All right, let's get over to the farm. We'll get Yamzi with the plow. So we'll go the back way along the fields here on this side of the railroad tracks. We gotta go first person so we respect the bumps. Sometimes if you're in third person, you don't respect the bumps in the road because you don't really necessarily notice how much it's bouncing around. I've found that if you go first person, you're a little more respectful when your tractor's getting jostled around. That's what I like about these maps when they make them with, you know, the rough road. You know, this could be perfectly flat and you could fly through here. The map maker's lazy, but Rajot GPLAY, he makes Really nice maps. All right, so this is our winter wheat field that we got in. This is our field ready for something. And I don't know which way I should expand. I'm thinking the other direction. Not these fields, but we don't have time for this, do we? Great visibility in this tractor. Great visibility, great speed. It's a little orchard tractor, but it's nice. Alright, let's get in here. Got the forage harvester returned to the neighbor. So we're going to want the Yamzi and the plow. Get in here. Let's check on the cattle. I gave them a bale of hay yesterday. They probably could use another one today, I imagine. All right, this field needs to be limed. And I think it's ready for next year's crop. It had corn in here, so I'll probably do sunflowers in that one. And this one had sunflowers. We'll probably do corn in this one and corn in the one in the back on the other side of the railroad tracks. Let me check on the cows here quick. So, got the beast number of milk, 666. Feed, yeah, I'm going to give him another bale. I think that'd be the smart thing to do. So let me get the Z-Tor 7745 Turbo out of here. That's cousin Bartholomew's Z-Tor 25K right there. We don't really use it so much anymore, but that was our tractor when we started on this farm. The old Polish farm here in Kolonia. All those years ago. Should have came the other way. It's fine. What do I want to do? I want to come down a little so I can raise it and then also drop it off. Alright, so we got a hay bale with our little back spike here. This thing works good. Bring it there. We'll drop it down, we'll drive off. And cows are fed. Alright, so let's grab the Z-Tor. I opened the doors already, didn't I? The Z-Tor, the Yamzi! What am I saying? Oh, it needs maintenance too. Big time. Oh, man. Okay, so the plow is folded up. I just realized the Yamzi's faster than the Ursus and the little Landini. Problem being is it's an articulated tractor, so the steering gets really sketchy if you make steering adjustments at speed. So sketchy that I don't like it. Let's wash that thing up. It was filthy. Should we get the plow a little bit? Might as well. I think that's good enough. Let me get my toolbox and give the Yamzi some much needed TLC. The plow could use some too, for that matter. And as hurting as it was still inexpensive to maintain. All right. What I need to do is I need to get over here and start plowing this field. I have to be careful with this plow because it's so long and I own all the land on either side, so it doesn't even matter that I don't have create fields on. It's just that this plow is so long. Let's see, let's get it unfolded here. Is that unfolded? No. There we go. But I'm gonna have to probably do a little bit of cleanup on the ends of the field, the headlands. I'm gonna try and do this somewhat correctly to the best of my ability. But I also have to do it as a time lapse because otherwise we're gonna run out of time. And this is very time consuming, so I'm gonna do this for a while, probably until lunch. And we still probably won't be done. Okay, that's the plowing done. I've got just a little bit on the edge of the field I got to clean up to give it the plowed state, because I got to be careful that I don't end up, you know, going into another field and plowing it up, which is what I did, I think, at one point over here. So what I'm going to try and do is I'm going to try and get that trailed wheel out in the unplowed ground and try and get this all the way to the edge. I think we got it there. And then we'll go do it on the other side, and then this field will be ready to be picked for stones. And then I think we may try and seed this field with grass here yet this month. But it is almost 12:30, so it's about time to go in for lunch. And we can check and see when that weather's supposed to turn on us. Should be good right there. I'll zoom out a little bit. Oh my. There we go. I want that kind of wheel just outside. And that should take us all the way to the edge. Come on. No. A little more. Don't want to get caught on that tree either, but I do want to get it all the way out. Yeah, I think where the parking lot is, I think that's not field anymore. I think I changed that, but over here where the grass is, definitely that's field. Okay, I think that should do it. That ought to take care of it, right? Like that. Are we up? We're up. Let's go ahead and fold it. We can close up mini map. We'll pull in right here with the Yamzi. And I think we can just leave it parked right there for now. And then after lunch, we can grab the Ursus, the stone picker. The stone picker's here, right? I brought it back last night. Yep, stone picker, and then we can stone pick these two fields. They plowed, so we don't have to worry about weeds. So we can seed them for grass, but if we use the weeder that's got the seed box on it, it would probably even go quicker. Of course, that would necessitate going and getting it. I'll see you in about half an hour. All right, so I think it's about a half an hour later. We don't want to waste too much time because we got rain in the forecast. So we need to get back out and get to work before it starts raining. Let's check the weather here and see how much time we have. So here in the forecast, I see it's scheduled to start raining about 3 o'clock and continue till it gets dark. So that's that could come as early as 2:30, which is only an hour away. So we don't have a whole lot of time to get much more work done. So we should not lollygag. I don't know if we're going to get that grass in today or not then. I'll save mixing up the feed for once it starts raining, but yeah, we need to get the field work done before the rain starts and fields get all muddy, too muddy to work in. So we'll grab the stone picker here. And we'll get the field that had been potatoes first. A few stones in here yet. Get that unfolded. Shouldn't take terribly long. Isn't that crazy? There's some snow. How can there be snow? I have no idea. Let's see. Let's turn that on. Drop it down. Right across the bottom of the field here. I don't want to really drive into the neighbor's field, but it's in early growth stages, so it's not going to hurt it. Not something I really wanted to do, but... Alright, I'm going to pull up the mini map just because it'll help me try and go straight, maybe. Ooh, wow. I'm really struggling uphill. That's not great. There we go. Yeah, these hills on this map, for whatever reason, they are steep. I wonder if Pat needs help getting her sunflowers harvested. I'm gonna have to go over and ask her. Obviously, we're not gonna be able to help her today, but maybe tomorrow at the end of November, because otherwise, if it comes to December and she doesn't get that harvested, she's gonna lose the crop. It's gonna wither. I don't know. I haven't talked to her in a while. I hope everything's going okay for her. I think I'll go talk to her today, because I mean, we do have work we need to do, but I think we can help her if she needs it. Although I do have, what, 2 fields I want to put grass in. Careful. There we go. I think I got it. No. Wouldn't have really mattered. I'm going to go across one more time, so... Actually, I should stop talking and start... I don't know. How much time do we have left? I don't know. Let me stop talking and start working. Darn it, the rain started. And it's coming down pretty good, so I think we're done in the field for now. Not happy about that, but what are you gonna do? We almost got done. Almost. not quite. So, yeah. We got pretty far though. Alright, well, we'll put this in. Let's see. Let me. How? Close that. All right. Now how do I close the roof? That's how. All right, bring it down, bring it down. There we go. All right, let's get this guy's trailer back to him. Let's see if I remember right. Like, who did I borrow this from? It's like over by the, I don't know if it's like a garden center. Kind of over by the sawmill. What we'll do is we'll cut through this track between the fields here. So to our left. Sorry about that. We don't get over here much. We did some contracts over this way at one point, but for the most part, that's what's amazing. It's such a small map, and there's parts that we spend very little time in, just by a function of. That's why I think it's pretty cool to watch different people play on different maps, because sometimes they may be in like a completely different area of the map if they're changed from the start farm. I think that's pretty cool. All right, so it's up here. I don't know where he wants it. My guess is too far. That's a just end up going too far. You get the tongue over too far, and then all bets are off at that point. Let's just leave it right there for now. I wanted to back it up to the barn, but it's just going to be more trouble than it's worth, I think. Yeah, this is what I was calling the garden center. I don't even know what that is, or if it's anything. I don't think it's anything. Alrighty, well, 3:25 in the afternoon. It's pouring down rain. I think we're done. But with all the time lapsing we done, we probably have more time. Let's see, we time lapsed the stone picking and the plowing. The plowing took quite a while. Winery looking nice. Let's see, we can mix up feed. We can mix up feed in the rain. What needs to get done. So let's see, what do we got on the T25? We already got, no, we got pallet forks on it, so we gotta switch those. Meanwhile, I can try and figure out how to close everything. There's that door. Okay, that's a start. The roof. And the back. So did everything stay closed? I think so. Alright, back up a little bit. Drop off the pallet forks. Grab the bale spikes. We should be golden. Yeah, it is coming down pretty good. Is the Yamsi going to be in the way? Maybe. Maybe. I think we're only going to do 2, so we should be all right. That's our second mixer wagon of feed. They're 10,000 each, so this one we're just going to leave in the feed wagon to be able to feed them tomorrow or at a future date. Too close to the door there. Let me adjust that. What, almost 5 o'clock? I think, yeah, we probably had a good run. Turn the light on in here. Let's see. How's it look? So feed's back in the green. I don't think there's room for another one in there. There is, I think, room for the rest of that straw bale that we could put in as bedding, though. So what we get out of a straw bale is we get two... We can pad 2 mixer wagons with feed, and then we got a little bit more to put in as straw bedding. This should disappear. Yep, there we go. So there you have it. I think that's probably where we're going to end up calling it. I'd like to thank you for hanging out with me here in Kolonia at the old Polish farm. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, hit that like button. And if you don't subscribe yet, why not? It don't cost nothing. We'll see you next time.
PlayStation